Hey everybody, this is the Wrestling Top 10 News Report. Don't worry everybody who subscribes to this channel, I'm still going to do normal top 10s. This is just an experiment and a bonus to the normal top 10s that I usually do. So let's get to the top 10 news stories of the day. Eva Marie, who is currently suspended, is set to star in a thriller with Nicolas Cage and Faye Dunaway. The movie is called Inconceivable and begins filming next month. Now the idea of Eva Marie and Nicolas Cage being in a movie, now that is hilarious. But here's the thing, Eva Marie is currently suspended. That means she's going to be gone in a couple weeks after she comes back to film this movie. Rybak recently noted on his podcast that he is changing his name to Rybak. Yes, his real name is Ryan Reeves, and WWE so far has not been allowing him to use Rybak when he wrestles on the independents. He's been using the name The Big Guy. This is probably surprising being at number 8, but John Cena, everybody already knows Cena's leaving WWE soon, temporarily to film American Grit. But right now, the set date of when he's going to leave is going to be probably right after the No Mercy pay-per-view in October. You may not know it, but Lana is going to be appearing on the upcoming season of Total Divas. And because of this, WWE is actually going to be pushing her much, much harder. Now, Lana, of course, is being paired with Rusev, but she's not wrestling currently. But there's also a rumor that she might actually start to wrestle again. She's been training at the Performance Center down in Orlando, Florida. Obviously, Raw is going to be getting a cruiserweight division, but there are rumors that Vince McMahon also wants Smackdown to have its own cruiserweight division. Vince obviously wants Smackdown to be just like Raw, which is ridiculous. Does that mean that Smackdown is going to be 3 hours soon? So obviously, from the looks of it, Smackdown will have a Cruiserweight Championship and Raw will have a Cruiserweight Championship. In my opinion, that's just overkill. September 5th Raw and the September 6th episode of Smackdown scored very poor ratings. Raw scored 3 million viewers, while SmackDown only scored 2.4 million viewers. Now, of course, Raw was on Labor Day, but this hasn't stopped Vince McMahon from going nuts. Vince McMahon is very upset about the ratings, and also he wants to have more ex-WWE stars and more NXT stars to be brought up to the main roster. He believes, obviously, that this is one of the reasons why the ratings aren't going well. At UFC 203, we saw CM Punk have a very, very lopsided loss to Mickey Gall. But a lot of people have been wondering, how much did CM Punk make at the show? A report just released today reported that CM Punk made $500,000. You heard that right. CM Punk made $500,000, and Mickey Gall only made $30,000. Alberto Del Rio is no longer with the WWE, and he's now known as Alberto El Patron. But this hasn't stopped him from doing interviews. He recently did an interview with Mas Lucha, where he revealed what caused the wellness violation. He claimed in this interview that it was because he has been on a testosterone replacement. He claims this is normal of a guy over 40 years old to take. Testosterone, that is used for guys who want to get, good physiques and stuff like that. So I guess this is normal for a guy over 40. I'm not in my 40s, so I don't really know if this is normal for guys that age to take. But for a professional wrestler to take something like that, I don't care if for whatever reason, it's a red flag, and I can't blame WWE for suspending him. Now, I'm not trying to start rumors here or anything like that, but Paige got suspended too. Does that mean she's taking testosterone replacement too? I mean, I don't know what's going on. This is just really bizarre, this whole thing. And obviously, Paige, if you haven't heard, she is now hired legal representation to try to get herself out of her WWE contract, which supposedly ends in 2019. So she wants to get out. She wants to go somewhere else. This whole story, I mean, this is one of the craziest stories of the year. So last night was Backlash. We have 3 new champions. Becky Lynch winning the SmackDown Women's Championship. Heath Slater and Rhino winning the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And AJ Styles defeating Dean Ambrose to win the WWE World Championship. I saw this show. It was an okay show overall. It wasn't fantastic, but one of the positives about it was the fact that the show was only 2.5 hours. So now for our biggest story of the day. Obviously, it's the fact that Randy Orton is injured, and he was pulled from his Backlash match with Bray Wyatt. On the show, they showed a backstage segment where Bray Wyatt beat the crap out of Randy Orton's leg. Now, from what we've heard, this injury is not to do to his leg. Has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with a leg injury. It has something to do with either one of two things. Either he has a concussion, which is ridiculous because he came out there at the end of the match between Kane and Bray Wyatt and did an RKO on Bray Wyatt. He shouldn't have done that if he had a head injury. So that's ridiculous. But also, there's a possibility it may not be a concussion. On his head, where he has the stitches from the wound where he got elbowed in the head by Brock Lesnar. And that's supposedly where this concussion came from. And if it is a concussion, so nobody knows, is it the concussion from Brock Lesnar? Is it the stitches that haven't healed? Nobody really knows exactly yet. I'm sure eventually we'll find out. So that's it for today. Join me next time for the Wrestling Top 10 News Report. If you like this video, leave a comment below if you want me to do more of these.